time we hit the road, passengers. Thanks to the 3 trailblazers, the activity of the fragmentum has reached the lowest level, and the readings regarding the status of the star rail have returned to normal. Pom-Pom will dispatch the express shortly, and we'll be leaving Eurillo 6. Please be seated and say your goodbyes to this planet.
Yanqing,
Yes, General.
watch this person carefully. Do you remember me?
I remember. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are not one of them, Jin Yuan. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are one of them.
Hold on. I'll be there soon.
Hey, are you okay in there?
What did I tell you? He's definitely sleeping in.
He's allowed to sleep sometimes, Marge. You're the one who sleeps all the time.
We trailblazers can go days without sleep. But when we do hit the hay, we have to make up for it. Anyway, no point wasting our time in the corridor. The conductor wants us to attend a warp navigation meeting. Same old location, apparently. And we can't be late. Let's head over. Oh, by the way, you drew the short straw. It's your turn to wash the coffee cups this week.
Dang it. Now I'm on chore rotation. Are you sure you're okay though?
See, it's like I said. If you wake up and Don Hung's not around, then you probably won't see him the rest of the day either. I guess. To be honest, warp navigation meetings are basically just like that team building you're always going on about. You don't have to show up, but Himeko might be upset if you don't. Think about it. Don Hung's the one managing the archives. He'll already be clued into our next destination. Himeko and Welt know already, of course. So it's just me and you in the dark.
Morning. You're very punctual.
Punctual is my middle name. And a wonderful morning to you too, Himeko.
Oh, I can't remember the last time I got such a polite response. The trailblazing of Eurillo 6 is drawn to a close, and the Astral Express must depart for the next planet.
It really is a full-time job, huh?
The universe is boundless, and trailblazing never ends. Even a lifetime isn't enough to explore every world. That's the beauty of the unknown. The meeting will start soon.
You're looking well.
Yeah, are you coming with us this time?
You better believe it. You guys really put on a show for Eurillo 6. I'm eager to join in myself.
Well, fingers crossed.
I gotta say, there were more than a few times where I wanted to lend a hand, but Himeko said I should let you youngsters rise to the trailblazing challenges.
Did you receive the destination overview? Excited? So you don't know yet?
Nope, it's all hush-hush.
After all that cold and exhaustion on Eurillo 6, you must be looking forward to the next planet.
I like all planets equally.
Pom-Pom's thrilled that you're enjoying your journey. A long time ago, this train would ferry the Nameless from planet to planet. Now it's able to do the same again. If you're ready, head over to the front of the train. The meeting is about to start. Passengers, the warp navigation meeting has officially begun. Firstly, Pom-Pom wants to congratulate you, the Nameless, for successfully resolving the problems at this stop. The Express is now able to continue along the Star Rail.
The three of us actually pulled it off, huh?
It's time for your conductor, that's me, to reveal the name of our next stop.
Long time no see, Astral Express crew. It's Kafka. I came at a good time. You're all here. Every single one.
No need for the mysterious introduction, Stellaron Hunter.
Himiko, correct? Apologies for interrupting your little get-together, but I'm sure once you've heard my request, you'll forgive me. I'd like you to make a destination alteration.
I've seen your face before, Stellaron Hunter. Even if it was only on a corporation wanted poster. They were offering quite the bounty. Dead or alive. Do you know the figure?
You sure always know how to make an entrance, Kafka.
Doesn't concern me. Then again, a corporation bounty is a compliment, not an insult, don't you think? The higher the figure, the bigger the compliment.
You wanted criminals sure know how to look on the bright side of things.
I will say, Herta certainly paid you all a compliment. A maniac that claims he can see destiny, leading a bunch of wild lunatics in pursuit of the most dangerous objects in the universe. And Herta doesn't give out compliments very often.
In pursuit of the most dangerous objects in the universe, huh? Well, in that sense, you Astral Expressers and I are cut from the same cloth.
I mean, you're not totally wrong. We're both kind of looking out for Stellarons.
You're in the wrong place, Kafka. We're not about to accept your request, and we're not about to get into bed with a Stellaron Hunter. It was nice talking with you. Perhaps next time you'll be willing to pay us a visit in person, and we can continue our little discussion.
Have you guys heard of the Luofu?
The Xianzhou Luofu? It belongs to the Hexafleet of the Xianzhou Alliance. We've heard of it.
But what you haven't heard is that it's currently very close to you. A couple of warp jumps away, in fact. Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a Stellaron burst occurred on the Luofu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you Stellaron Hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the end of the universe.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say.
It's simple. That Stellaron has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible. My companion, Blade, has been taken away by the Cloud Knights. I want to bring him back, resolve this Stellaron crisis, and clear our names.
Nothing to do with you? Yeah, right. Sounds like a weird coincidence to me. You just happened to show up after the Stellaron burst? Also, we're not your friends. Why should we care if a Stellaron Hunter is innocent,
Sell our friendship. Well, I don't know about that.
No! Why are we listening to her? The Alliance is strong. Is a single Stellaron burst really too much for them to handle? We're the crew of the Astral Express, not some squad of Stellaron-stealing super specialists.
You could, of course, not get involved. Knowing that the Stellaron hasn't yet affected this region of space, you could make the jump and arrive at the next world. But sooner or later, the star rail here will be more blocked off than it was before. I can tell you what the future holds. If you don't go to the Luofu, the Stellaron will eventually contaminate the entire ship, and over half of the inhabitants will perish. Oh, you brave and fearless trailblazers, you benevolent nameless. Can you really remain indifferent to that?
This companion of yours, Blade, he'd perish too, right?
No comment.
So that's probably a yes.
Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
March, get Dan Heng.
Kafka? Ugh, Pom-Pom doesn't like her. She smells of danger. Still, a trailblazer should choose their goal and the road they take to get there themselves. That's the creed of the great Akivili.
How could the mighty Xianzhou Alliance be breached by a Stellaron? Something's not right. The Xianzhou Alliance is a small faction, but one that derives its power directly from an Eon. They have immense strength, much more than a train under the protection of the fallen Akivili. Stellarons can lead to the collapse of stars scattered throughout the universe, but the Xianzhou has Land the Hunt on their side. I struggle to believe that Stellarons pose a threat in the eyes of the Eons. Either the Stellaron Hunters are lying, or there's an even bigger threat lurking on the Xianzhou Luofu. This is big. I'm coming with you this time.
What do you think about all this?
I mean, she is guilt-tripping us by telling us that everyone's gonna die. But, you know.
Oh? And why is that?
We can't not go.
I see you're already a full-fledged trailblazer. You're right. We can't remain indifferent to those in crisis.
Whoa, what are you doing here?
What, am I not allowed to come check on him?
I gave him the lowdown. Hey, remember what I said, okay? We're gonna vote against it. I'm not gonna take orders from that woman. It's way too much of a coincidence. A Stellaron Hunter shows up at the site of a Stellaron burst that just happens to be occurring nearby? Does anyone really believe that? Oh, I'm so mad. She just hijacks our communications and then hangs up? So rude. You used to know her, right? Was she always like this?
Oh, I didn't know that everyone knew about that. And used to know her is kind of an over-exaggeration. You shouldn't talk about girls behind their backs. Listen, to be honest, I don't remember.
We don't need another amnesiac on this train. Oh yeah, I just spoke to Dan Heng. Here's the deal. We've all got to vote against. Trust me, she'll hold a democratic vote. One for you, one for me, one for Dan Heng. 3 altogether. We never go anywhere without a consensus.
Seems like the longer I spend in my room, the stranger things are when I emerge. March told me. If it were one of the other ships, it might have been okay. But I can't go to Luofu.
Unfortunately, I really don't think we have a choice.
I remember the Xianzhou was a sight to behold. Good luck.
Are you okay, Dan Heng? March brought you up to speed, I assume.
I'm fine. And yes, I'm up to speed.
Good. In that case, with regard to the matter at hand, let's vote to decide our next move. Our Stellaron Hunter claims that a Stellaron burst has occurred on the Xianzhou Luofu, and that we're in the vicinity. If we head for the Luofu, we may have the chance to save many innocent lives. However, it's also possible that our Stellaron Hunter is lying and using us for her own ends. Neither Welt nor I believe that she's telling us the truth, but we can't just ignore the intel she's given us. So, we're about to hold a democratic vote on whether to set a course for the Xianzhou. All those in favor, hold out your hand. All those against, keep your arms by your side. 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, March.
Four against 1. Well, it looks like the Astral Express crew has a majority vote to head for the Xianzhou.
March, you're the one who said you were gonna try and rig the vote so we didn't go. Yeah, exactly! You said you were voting against!
I calmed down and thought about it a bit. If it turns out that woman isn't lying, then a lot of innocent people are gonna get hurt. Now's the time for thinking about other people.
You're so capricious.
All right, all right. I think we're all used to March's modus operandi by now.
So, Dan Heng, you want to stay here?
Yes. I'm staying this time.
In that case, Welt, ready for a trailblazing expedition? I know you've been itching to get out there for a while now, but make sure you take good care of the two of them.
Don't worry.
Destination Xianzhou, here we come!
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! So that's a Xianzhou ship? It looks even bigger than Eurilo 6!
For the Xianzhou, these ships are their planets. Terrestrial environments are cradles that allow civilizations to survive and then develop. Some of those civilizations progress further, constructing spacefaring vessels, which allow them to voyage into the unknown. The Xianzhou Alliance is one such civilization. I've only glimpsed it a few times, but it's as magnificent as I remember.
You okay there? What's with all the lonely nostalgia vibes?
This is the Astral Express. I repeat, this is the Astral Express. We have arrived in Xianzhou territory. Requesting landing permission from ground control. From the bridge, I mean.
Welcome Welcome, Luofu Skyport. Starskip, Finn.
Hey, your connection's not too great up there, guys.
Please await transfer. Please wait transfer. Please wait transfer.
Sounds like one of those automated customer service numbers.
Something's not right.
The signal is still repeating, but no one is guiding us into dock.
Maybe the Stellaron Hunters were telling the truth. It seems like something really did happen to the Xianzhou. A vessel arrives at a deserted spaceport. Isn't that how, like, loads of horror movies start?
Let's not let our imaginations get the better of us.
Please wait transfer. Please await transfer. Please wait transfer.
Still the automated signal?
I don't think anyone's in the control room.
Yes, it's still on repeat. Ah, there we go.
The Jade Gate now opening. On behalf of the Xianzhou Luofu, welcome, guests from afar. Please proceed to dock in accordance with the guidance.
Huh? Is this still automated?
The signal broke off. Seems that's all there is.
We should get going. Himiko, stay vigilant back here on the Express.
And take good care of Dan Heng, okay?
Relax. I've got Don Hung here with me.
Trailblazers, assemble!
Make sure you're properly prepared before you set off.
All this universe, and we just happened to bump into a Xianzhou ship that Don Hung spent time on? Oh, that's gotta be fate. I wonder what Don Hung's stories await us. That guy sure has a mysterious past. We gotta take this opportunity on the Luofu to dig into it.
March, take a second to think about how he doesn't want to be here, and then think about what we might find if we go digging. You know, yeah, give the man some privacy, please. He'll tell us if he wants to tell us.
Fine, you're right. Well, in that case, we'll just have to take loads of selfies till he gets super jealous.
I wonder if she even remembers we've got a job to do down there.
Have a safe trip, you guys. Never. Don't worry about me. I'm just happy you're enjoying the journey.
Pom Pom still seems a little sad.
This time you'll get the chance to witness Welt in action. I'm glad he's going with you.
Don't worry, I'll take care of him.
You could say he keeps his cards close to his chest. If you ask him, he'll just tell you about how he worked in animation. But that's only a small part of his story. Believe me when I say he has more experience than I do.
You need to take extra care on this expedition. I've compiled some intel on the Xianzhou for you. I hope it comes in useful.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dan Heng.
Before we set off, I need to clarify the aim of this journey with you.
Sure, sounds good.
The Stellaron Hunters have given us a lot to consider, and a lot to doubt. But the most important part of this expedition is
sampling the local delicacies. Damn. That is not the correct answer.
precisely. The Stellaron Hunters clearly have ulterior motives. However, knowing what they're all about, and given the focus of Kafka's words, I have no doubt that the Xianzhou is dealing with a Stellaron. The Alliance and the Express haven't had any previous dealings, so our arrival might not receive the warmest welcome. But as trailblazers, we're not in this for fame or gain. We just need to do everything in our power to assist the Xianzhou and eliminate the source of disaster. Always keep that in mind, and don't forget the way of the Trailblaze. Explore, understand, establish, and connect.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Come with me, take the journey.
Oh, look. It's just containers as far as the eye can see. This area isn't for receiving guests, it's for unloading cargo. Who decided to send us this way?
The automated system guidance.
Such a huge port and not a soul in sight. It gives me the creeps.
Yeah, I think it might be creepier if someone was here.
Stop talking. If there is someone here, they're in my bad books already. Mr. Yang, what should we do?
We should start with the person who opened the Jade Gate. If it turns out they're not friendly, then at least they've already made things easier for us. If it turns out they were just doing their job, then we can ask them what happened here.
That's Mr. Yang. This is child's play for him. He's dealt with all kinds of dangers before.
Let's move. Keep your wits about you.
Hello?
Mr. Yang, someone's hurt.
You guys okay down here?
Up ahead.
You're hurt, son. Try not to talk. March, use your 6-phased ice to stop the bleeding. Go easy. We don't want to add frostbite to his list of complaints.
I'm on it.
This area saw fierce fighting only recently. Let's keep searching. There might be other survivors.
Up ahead. Please, leave me.
You sure you don't want some help, sir? Okay.
There are wounded everywhere.
The silver lining is that, based on what we can see, no civilians were caught up in the battle. I'm guessing the Xianzhou must have evacuated the port immediately, leaving the soldiers to deal with the crisis. But as for these corroded monsters... Careful. We've never seen this kind of life form before.
Awaiting orders, Mr. Yang.
Miss Tingyun, fall back! They're Mara struck. We've already lost them.
Hey, you there? We need your help.
Sure, why not?
Thanks for saving Beauty from the beast. Pleasure. But are you thanking us or giving yourself a compliment?
It can be both.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
How many can you block? Strike with heart.
This is our chance.
Practice is over. Swords descend! Let's make it quick.
Nap time.
Rules are made to be broken.
Fighting is meaningless.
Miss Tingyun, the Mara struck have been repelled, but there could be other dangers nearby. The situation is serious. Allow us to escort you back to the Skyfaring Commission. Immediately.
Calm down, I heard you. It'd be rude of me to depart without thanking our benefactors.
Yeah, exactly, Guard 1 and Guard 2. You weren't even gonna say thank you first? Pretty rude.
My name is Tingyun. I'm the ambassador for the Luofu Skyfaring Commission Merchant Guild. May I venture to know the illustrious names of my heroes?
Illustrious names? Sure. I'm March 7th. This is Mr. Yang. Oh, Mr. Welt Yang. And this is...
My name's a secret. I am the Galactic Batter. I mean, that's not incorrect. God, I want to say it so much, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna be polite.
I see. Well, thank you for coming to our aid. Although, there is one thing I don't understand. Starskiff Haven is under lockdown. Since none of you are Xianzhou residents, may I ask how you came to be here?
Well, your command center was kind of acting up and it just, sent us here.
If you can't offer an explanation, I'm afraid these Cloud Knights will have to escort you out.
We called for port transfer and got no response, but then someone opened the Jade Gate for us. When we arrived, there was no one to be found, so we started to make our own way through.
How can that be? My ship was the last one into port before the Jade Gate was shut. The Skyfaring Commission has already locked down Starskiff Haven entirely.
We're telling the truth. You could verify it yourself by checking the access history of the Jade Gate. We found it strange ourselves when the gate opened, but no one came to greet us.
You're with the Astral Express.
Correct.
You've heard of us?
Indeed I have. Oh, you've arrived at a bad time. The Xianzhou has suffered an incident. Whether you're here for leisure, treatment, or trade, I'm afraid you won't be able to go through with it.
Well, luckily for all of us then, we are here for none of those things.
For your safety, you should hurry to Central Starskiff Haven and take refuge. I'll take you to Madame Yukong of the Skyfaring Commission and let her decide how to proceed.
We caught wind of the incident you mentioned. That's why we're here, Miss Tingyun. To help the Xianzhou seal the Stellaron.
Your actions have already revealed your kind hearts to me. Sadly, I can't make you any promises. You're outsiders, and only Madame Yukong has the authority to consider your offer. Oh, don't worry. Madame Yukong is kind-hearted too. Come on now, I'll lead the way.
Oh, that's trippy. Yeah, this ice definitely March's ice.
Those monsters back there.
They were no monsters.
Oh, those were not to be confused with monsters, benefactors. We call them Mara-struck.
Why have we stopped?
Don't worry, miss. I have a favor to ask, that's all.
Favor? Count me out. What if we do it wrong and you get your cloud cronies to throw us in jail?
Yeah, we already almost got thrown in jail on the last place we went to.
I shouldn't have doubted you. Please accept my apologies. Our road ahead is barricaded. Do you see? The soldiers stationed here must have moved these into a roadblock.
I'm sure Mr. Yang could figure something out. Are they just pushable?
I'd like to see us try. They're extremely heavy. Even with all of us, we wouldn't be able to move one. Not that I'm doubting your skill, but I'd feel terrible if you hurt yourself in the process. If I'm not mistaken, the containers in the Trove of Verdure can be moved around using a control panel. You've already put on quite the show. Do you think you'll be able to find and operate the control panel? Should be simple, right?
Why can't you do it? Yeah, why don't you do it?
I knew it. This will be a breeze for you. We just need to pass through here, take the barge to Starskiff Haven, and we'll be safe.
You know, you sound sweet enough, but you were talking about getting us escorted away by your Cloud Knights. If it weren't for Mr. Yang...
You misunderstand. If you were in my shoes right now, wouldn't you want to keep your guard up?
True. But we came here to trailblaze, not jailblaze.
Jailblaze? True though. That is very true.
You mentioned the Stellaron.
You work for the Skyfaring Commission, so I assume you're aware of its destructive power.
Yes, I am. As an Amicassator, I've been to many planets and seen my fair share of Stellaron corrosion.
Get ready, and watch your backs.
Leave it to me.
Oh, finally! Look how many tail hairs I lost on the way! Oh, my beautiful tail.
Your tail is fine, okay?
We had a difficult start, but things got easier. Look, that's the barge I was talking about.
Anyone got a license for this thing? I definitely don't want to drive.
Don't fret. All Amicassadors know their way around a starskiff.
I was perfectly calm until she volunteered to help.
You don't trust her to drive?
Please take your seats, everyone. We'll be off right away.
We're just stealing freight. Just stealing freight. Okay, that's what we do now.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, allow me to welcome you to Starskiff Haven. On the Xianzhou Luofu, anything relating to aviation, navigation, and trade falls within the scope of the Skyfaring Commission, which is one of the 6 commissions of the Luofu. As the biggest port on the ship, Starskiff Haven is governed by the Skyfaring Commission too.
You definitely sound like a... what was it again? Oh, Amicassator. By which I mean, nice speech.
That's too kind of you. My job involves ferrying business delegates to and from Starskiff Haven, so I do this kind of introduction all the time. Anyway, we're safe now. Normally, I'd be a good host and take you around, but these are difficult times. Let's head to the Palace of Astrum first and report your arrival to Madame Yukong.
Palace of Astrum?
Right there, the tallest building in the city. It's also the headquarters of the Skyfaring Commission. Let's hurry. We haven't got much time.
Why do we not have much time?
I don't mean to rush you, but if Madame Yukong holds me accountable for not getting you over soon enough, I wouldn't want to be around for the consequences.
Sounds scary. I thought you said she was kind-hearted.
We need to make a few preparations before paying a visit to any of the 6 commissions. Rest assured, Miss Tingyun, we won't go anywhere. If you can inform Madame Yukong of our arrival first, we'll meet you at the palace entrance later.
Yeah, we can't just go empty-handed. I'm sure we've got to go prepare ourselves.
Very well.
Little Miss Fox moves at quite the pace. I can't keep up with her. I've spent too long on the bench. Let's catch our breath for a while, huh? We can expect a packed schedule ahead.
Feeling a little tired, are you, Will? Okay, nice try. Let's have a look around.
That might be a little harsh, but she does put her own interests first. She did the right thing by not trusting us initially. We were an unknown quantity to her. As for the rush, my guess is she's just eager to get us out of her hair and further up the chain. It'll be all right. We're not trying to stand in her way. We have nothing to hide from her.
We didn't have anything to hide in Belobog either.
Yes, well, sometimes the person in charge has something to hide, March, and that's just how it goes.
Not so fast. I need to give you 2 a heads up first. Our meeting with Madame Yukong won't be without risk. We need to be prepared and take it seriously.
She is a top Xianzhou leader. Oh, Mr. Yang, do you think this could be Belobog all over again?
Well, fingers crossed that it isn't, because that would suck. Are you saying she's the new Madame Cacolia? They're gonna send us to a hotel, and then in the morning they're gonna arrest us.
No, the Xianzhou Alliance is better than that. But Madame Yukong will definitely have a string of difficult questions for us. Why did we choose to come to the Xianzhou now? How did we know that the incident is related to a Stellaron? Who leaked their information to us? Careless answers mean distrust and potential hostility, which would make things much harder for us.
Then you should answer all of the questions, Wilt. Don't let March answer any of them. You're the adult here.
Aw, crud. One of us is gonna blurt something out, or get something wrong, I just know it.
I feel offended. Yeah, I think we should just let Welt do the talking.
Good idea. We can be his cheerleaders in the background.
Let's not do that.
No cheerleading required.
Don't worry. We'll find a way through. Let me do the talking.
Oh. Benefactor. I mean, that's the only reason we came here. We were going to avoid the hell out of this place. Why would I want immortality? Okay. Warning received. Oh, I see Blade's wanted poster. Hello, sir.
Oh, you're here already. Sorry to keep you waiting. Madame Yukong is expecting you.
Are you not coming?
I've brought the Madame Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Yes, madam.
Report the losses to General Jing Yuan and find someone from the Divination Commission. I can't just stand there watching while we deal with this mess. Greetings, guests from the Astral Express.
Hello.
Ting Yun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my responsibilities. But since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Luofu, I thought I should at least meet you in person.
And that was very gracious of you. Please don't throw us in prison.
And politely decline your proposal.
No, we said we were gonna let Welt talk.
The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is, and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years, and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion.
Well, if you're sure, we'll just hang around, and if you need help, just shout for us.
You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter to concern you. Am I making myself clear?
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained. If we can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space and any individuals affected by the corrosion. We have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters, and we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you as a gesture of respect, but my decision is final.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
So you are gonna throw us in prison. And by prison, I mean we're not allowed to leave.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Luofu. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron?
That's a secret.
I acquired the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory.
Yeah, okay, it was probably Silver Wolf then.
The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silver Wolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters.
Yep, that's very on brand.
What say you in your defense?
I didn't ask her to do it.
You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
Don't be too harsh, Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
Hi.
General Jing Yuan.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all. Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Jing Yuan. I'm the general of the Cloud Knights here on the Luofu.
General, this is an internal affair for the Luofu.
I fully agree with you, Helm Master Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Luofu, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it.
Cool, but again, if you ever change your mind, we're apparently not allowed to leave, so we'll be here somewhere.
Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you. The Astral Express. I must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its passengers.
Well, almost face to face. Frightfully delightful. If only it had come sooner. Are you really a general? I don't buy it.
It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is?
A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name of Blade. During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for where that transmission was destined...
Geez, did you ever track down where that missive went? Gosh, I have no idea.
I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have been a misunderstanding.
I mean, yes and no, and also I personally might low-key be a Stellaron Hunter, so, you know, there is a little bit of a conflict of interest here, but go on.
As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron Hunters to sow dissent between us.
But that's right, we've been framed! I think it's best I just don't talk.
We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time, and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose.
That's also true.
Since the Stellaron Hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Luofu, with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control. Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron Hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron Burst. What say you, my astral guests?
I'm sure we're in no position to decline.
What do you think?
Yeah, we don't really have a choice, but, I mean... let's just go with the flow.
If you are able to capture this Stellaron Hunter, the Xianzhou will be indebted to you. The Luofu never fails to reward that which is given.
Okay.
Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search. If there is anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known.
Like, hey though. Hi.
I've heard of you. The Alliance is very interested in the Astral Express.
So...
Blade is wanted by both the Corporation and the Alliance. I'm afraid I cannot comment on his file.
That's fine.
There are 5 known members of the Stellaron Hunters. Elio is their leader, but always stays behind the scenes. Most of the operations are led by Kafka. Had the Divination Commission not intercepted her encrypted transmission, she would have remained undetected for much longer. Bring her to us.
Yeah, I mean, Kafka, you cannot make her talk.
Ordinary means may prove futile when it comes to this individual. But the Divination Commission has ways of... Don't misunderstand me. The Xianzhou does not engage in torture. Retrieving intel does not necessarily involve the use of violence. In any case, you can deliver her directly to us. Once we learn something, I will share every piece of information with you. If things go as planned, I would love to find the time to sit with all of you and hear about your experiences among the stars. My responsibilities to the Xianzhou have meant that I haven't had the chance to travel in many years.
My experiences have been, nearly died 2 times and almost got arrested. So, I'm not sure if that's the best story.
We had heard nothing of the Express for a long time. It is heartening to learn of its continued journey along that starward track. I have other matters to attend to. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. Oh, and he's really gone.
What do you make of this, Qing Yuan?
Yeah, I mean... yes.
I'm not asking about that. Although, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong, March. That's why I said it.
He's much easier to talk to than that Yukong. Their attitudes are so different. Maybe that's why she's only a Helm Master and he's a general.
I wouldn't say that where she can hear you, because she made a very dissatisfied face when he kind of took over.
Seeing as the General gave the order, the Skyfaring Commission will lend you our full support. The Stellaron Hunter investigation is in your hands now. I'll issue you a pass so you can access the facilities around Starskiff Haven. As for personnel, the skyports are currently all under maintenance, so we're thinly stretched. What I can do is send Tingyun as your guide. She'll take care of you during your stay.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Jing Yuan.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know about strange, but my gut tells me something is off. That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade. Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron Hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Why rely on us? The Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron Hunter?
It is possible he already did a runner.
Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Jing Yuan spoke to us, provided they even captured him in the first place. Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way of luring the Stellaron Hunters in. That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped. Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
We've got a Xianzhou general on our side. This time we have to... Wait, does this seem familiar to you? Let's hope he doesn't offer us a hotel.
You're gonna say that every time we meet someone important now, aren't you? Oh god, I hope he doesn't offer us a hotel just so he can arrest us.
This Jing Yuan, how much does he know, and how much is he hiding from us?
All important questions.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
It's the boy!
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive. Are you asking me to divine their true intentions?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident. Of that, I am almost certain. It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're after.
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your discretion on the matters ahead of us.
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion full time?
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to take the blame. How could I simply walk away and put you at such risk?
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been necessary. Wait, what are you up to exactly? Xingyuan, did you let him escape on purpose?
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The Cloud Knights failed in their duty.
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xianzhou. You were bound to miss something. Thank goodness I'm here. On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the 6 charioteers next convene.
Yes. I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Shen.
He said, we'll talk about this later. I gotta go.
There are 3 things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou, the papers on my desk, and the weeds in my garden.
General, Diviner Fu wants the General's position for herself. Everyone knows that.
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. I'll retire when she's achieved a better balance.
In other words, it might still be a very long time.
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a flash.
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people, especially not a major criminal.
You think I'd lose to Blade?
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work slowly. Besides, we still don't know who's really moving the chess pieces. There is something we must take care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. That something is the Stellaron. How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's predictions? Where is it now?
I say we bring those 2 Stellaron Hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer out of them in no time.
Well, sure, but we gotta catch them first.
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate is broken. You are my most trusted aide, and there are some things that I would only assign to you. Speaking of which, Yangqing.
He walked off while he was getting praise. Come back! Come back, my child.
That boy. I suppose it is my fault. I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stay sheathed forever. My fear was that this might prove too big a setback. Bigger than his exuberance.
Madame Yukong has asked me to look after you.
Yep, she told me.
Seems like we were destined to be in each other's company.
And you do not sound thrilled about it.
The Skyfaring Commission has reserved rooms for you at the Petrichor Inn. When you finish your business here, how about some tea together?
A hotel? Again? You do sound a little unhappy.
No. Though I'd appreciate it if you mentioned to Madame Yukong that you got a warm reception from me when you next see her. Better to be busy than idle, I suppose.
Oh, there's Kafka's wanted poster.
Ugh, I felt like I suddenly lost weight when we passed through.
Is there a different gravity here? Do you even have weight to lose?
There was a gravitational shift. The same thing happens when we warp jump, only we feel heavier.
So much for cutting calories.
The Xianzhou possesses extremely advanced technology. If I'm not mistaken, we've been in an artificial ecosphere since we arrived at the skyport. The evidence is above us.
Yep, both of those. Yep. It is strange to have clouds out here in the middle of space.
There's a huge star in the sky, and you're only interested in the clouds?
I can be interested in both.
You're right. Something with a mass as huge as a Xianzhou ship should keep clear of any planets on its course. Otherwise, it risks being caught up in the gravitational pull. The sky here is an artificial boundary. I imagine it was created to shield residents from the pitch dark of outer space and the negative emotions that it can generate. Fascinating. I heard that residents of the Xianzhou have extremely long lifespans, which would require them to make great efforts to preserve their mental health. Meaning...
You sure zone out a lot. Focus, we've got work to do. No, he's imparting his boundless wisdom upon us.
When you travel with Mr. Yang, he'll give you a thesis on everything he sees. If you have the patience to let him go on and on.
Right, okay. Let's get back to work.
Well, here we are. I feel sleepy already.
The sun's not even down, although... I mean, I'm assuming they have artificial day-night cycles here.
Oh, what? But we've done a whole day's work. What's the sun playing at? It felt like we spent the whole day in the Palace of Astrum. Jokes aside, did you see Madame Yukong frown at us? I thought her guards were about to jump out of nowhere and throw us in jail. I'd rather deal with monsters than these big shots. I mean, not that Madame Yukong doesn't have her merits.
That was a beautiful little, like, march. She's looking at us, she's listening. That was great.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. But As her subordinate, I have to say that it's Madame Yukong's duty to keep her guard up. The Luofu is facing a crisis, and as head of the Skyfaring Commission, she is responsible for the security of the Xianzhou's customs and borders. She's actually a very reasonable old girl in private.
Yeah, are you allowed to call her that?
They say that many years ago, Madame Yukong was an ace pilot in the Cloud Knights. She was a work hard, play harder type, known for her hot temper and incredible skill. Eventually, she became the head of the entire commission, which required her to learn patience and adopt a meticulous approach to her work. In any case, Madame Yukong instructed me to reserve the best rooms at the inn and have all your expenses covered. She wants to extend the full courtesy of the Xianzhou so that all of you enjoy your stay to the fullest. She specifically mentioned that if you wish to buy anything at the inn, be it food or otherwise, just let the innkeeper know. The commission will cover the cost.
March is so happy. Yeah, thank you. That's very generous.
Why don't you go back yourself? Seeing as our hosts are so thoughtful, I guess we should help ourselves. Right, Mr. Yang?
Show some self-restraint.
We should focus on our objective first. Seeing as Helmmaster Yukong was extremely reluctant to get us involved, am I right to speculate that the Skyfaring Commission has some leads on the whereabouts of Kafka?
Exactly right. The suspect is extremely cunning. She encrypted her transmission and timed her communication. We couldn't pinpoint her exact location. But as cunning as she is, the Divination Commission has managed to find something.
Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
Don't let her words distract you.
Everything about her is distracting.
That's the sound of a device.
Which means what exactly? This is a starship. There are all kinds of devices making weird noises.
Miss March, to the untrained ear, these noises may sound the same, but for the craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission, every machine has a different pitch and melody. The General sent for craftsmen, and they concluded that the sound came from the shipyard facilities in Stargazer Navalia. Now, get some rest and prepare yourselves for the operation ahead. I look forward to seeing you in action. How can I help? Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah, she does love that umbrella of hers.
How perceptive. Our wind, clouds, rain, and fog are all artificial. The Realm Keeping Commission's weather pavilion manages the environmental conditions here. If Kafka was holding an umbrella, that means she was in an area with artificial rainfall during the transmission. Still, that doesn't help us much. The ship is huge, with changing conditions across various delves. I'm sure there were showers across many of them at the time. Impossible to say. It used to be that the Divination Commission could track the access history of all the delves. But with the arrival of the Stellaron, things have become messy. Some delves even had their entrance marked as the exit. If I were one of the Stellaron Hunters, I'd be very happy to capitalize on all the chaos. It'd be harder to escape, but easier to blend in.
And even easier if Elio wrote up a script for them.
Let's take advantage of the rest. It won't be easy to track down Kafka the Stellaron Hunter.
Oh, let's let the Express know how we're doing. More importantly, let's see how Don Hung's doing. Ask him what he's up to. Then tell him we're having loads of fun.
I'm sure I'll text him. Oh, we're not allowed to send messages out of the ship. We don't have clearance. Interesting.